Hello and welcome to my review on Mr. Midori. Mr. Midori. General. Mr. Midori is an offline puzzle game from More Input. Right at the beginning, it should be said that that game is clearly aimed at old school fans and does not impress with all the Candy Crush casual graphics. The game is a perfect filler for the bus stop or the waiting room. There's also no problem when visiting the family in the dead zone in the village. The game can be played offline and does not download any files when it starts, so perfect for that. The game idea is based on the 80s classic Sokoban, because as with Sokoban, the player in Mr. Midori has to solve puzzles through logic and skill. Technology. The game runs well on all devices, and since no further downloads or an internet connection are required, there's actually nothing to complain about here. If it weren't for the controls that sometimes make me curse if I die by taking a wrong step, one step before the end of the level. There are three ways to control the game, with buttons, by swiping your finger and by touch, but no matter which one you use, now and then the game does not do what you want, and of course mostly when you're about to complete the level. Jinxed. The developer has already promised remedy here. The developer tries to solve the controls, so yeah, sooner or later those problems will be gone. The game transports the player back into the 80s on the C64 or an early Game Boy with the pixels graphic and also delights with a wonderful soundtrack that lets me personally and mentally look back into my children's room. Story. As already explained at the beginning, Mr. Midori is based on the game Sokoban, which was released in 1982 and which was already about solving levels through logic and skill. By the way, the name Midori is Japanese and means green. There isn't much more to say about the story. You have won when you have completed all 99 levels. There is no need for a story here. Game principle. The player controls the little man through 99 different levels and has to face increasingly difficult challenges. In order to pass a level, the player must use clever moves to put all balls on green. To do this, he has to push them through the levels. The whole thing is made more difficult by spikes that move in and out, spreading lava, one-time teleporters, magic walls that close after a short time after walking through, water that can only be overcome with the help of moving stones, and many other obstacles. The game clearly lives the motto, "the way is the goal", because there's nothing better than solving a level that you have been sitting on for a long time. Conclusion. Mr. Midori is a wonderful retro game that always took me back to my childhood when testing it. I keep catching myself not even solving the level, just listening to the beautiful soundtrack. The game is fun, the levels are nice and difficult, and it's just nice to solve. The controls interrupt this harmony a little, but as I said, it's the developer's turn. Sometimes you don't need colorful graphics and obscure animations to convince. Sometimes an 80s retro game with a lot of charm is enough. Thanks for watching.